What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Cam Bam, bringing you another episode of Madden 2032 Team Review. And we have another game in Oakland. God, we love playing in Oakland, don't we? Today we are playing with the Cleveland Browns. And as some of you who are new to the channel, the Cleveland Browns used to be my favorite team to use back in 2016, 2017, because they had this wildcat that nobody could stop, and I would be able to pitch with the ball. Since then, Cleveland have made tremendous changes, yet still not in winning. 2 years ago, their first round pick, after going 0-16, they got Baker Mayfield, and they finished with about 6, 7 wins. I mean, this season they kind of, died back a little bit, but they still got Baker Mayfield. They still got Jarvis Landry. They got Odell Beckham. Nick Chubb is an excellent running back. They still have, I believe, Kareem Hunt on the roster. They got, Njoku. Their defense is very, very loaded. When I say loaded, I mean like the team is very loaded on defense. They got tremendous DBs. They still got they have Denzel Ward. They have Greedy Williams. Then they got Grant Delpit, the safety out of LSU, which is very, very good. So their defense is going to be incredible in the secondary. Now, as the team goes, I mean, Cleveland haven't won a playoff game since, I don't know, the 90s. The last time they went in the playoffs was like 2003. They lost to the Steelers. In one of their first second season back. So looking at their division, we all know the Bengals drafted Joe Burrow. The Steelers drafted a couple tight ends and some, younger DBs. The Ravens, they just added speed on their offense, getting J.K. Dobbins, Devin Duvernay. So I mean, Cleveland gonna be okay this season. I'm not saying they're gonna win a division, but they still gonna have a good team. As we check the schedule that's coming up, um, their schedule for this season, they're gonna start in Baltimore, which Baltimore is the division leading champs. Then they have a Thursday night game against the Bengals. Then they have Redskins, Cowboys, Colts, Steelers. Then they play the Bengals again. Then they take on the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. Then they take on the Texans. Then they face the Eagles. Then they face the Jags. Then they have the Titans, the Ravens, Giants. And they finish the season with the Jets on December the 27th. So, looking at their schedule, it's very, very difficult because they can easily win all these games and they can also lose pretty much all these games. Their preseason not that bad. They take on the Bears, the Packers, the Vikings, and the Buccaneers. So all NFC teams. So looking at Cleveland's schedule, I can't see a winning season with Cleveland because I don't know. Baker Mayfield kind of went down in his second season, so he got all the weapons on offense. I mean, they did drafted People Jones out of Michigan, so that'd be a good another wide receiver for him. Um, he still got Kareem Hunt, he still got Nick Chubb, a fantastic duo out the backfield. As you can see on the screen pass, I love running with Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is not that fast, but if you build him on connected franchise, he probably would be the best running back ever. Because I've been a fan of Kareem Hunt ever since that game against New England. I'm like, this guy gonna be special. Then he had the incident with his girlfriend, and he trying to he trying to be, that running back again, but I don't know, just, and we're gonna run the fullback dive tries because this H2H. So if I had to give Cleveland's their record this season, I say they go 7-9. 7-9 is like cutting it close because I don't see Cleveland winning over 10 games. I mean, this schedule is hard. Every single team I name got better. The Ravens got better. The Redskins, getting Chase Young on their defense, got way better. The Cowboys, offense loaded. The Colts, you know, we don't know about Phillip Rivers or what he's gonna do with this season, but they do have Jonathan Taylor, and I think Jonathan Taylor gonna have an excellent season. Steelers always been a problem with them. The Bengals, we don't know what Joe Burrow is gonna do, but he still got John Ross and AJ Green and Joe Mixon. The Las Vegas Raiders, I mean, you know, playing against the Raiders right now, just we don't know what Derek Carr gonna be. I think Derek Carr gonna have his last season in Oakland. I'm just saying that. But they do have Henry Ruggs, but I don't know. He injured himself. He might be ready for the season. The Texans, even though they got rid of Hopkins, they, Deshaun Watson is still a good quarterback. The Eagles wide receiver core is very, very deadly and fast. Ooh, that was a great pick by Denzel Ward by me. Jacksonville, I see them winning Jacksonville because I don't know. Jacksonville just had a terrible draft. I'm just wasn't good. The Titans, them being in the AFC Championship game, their defense is definitely loaded. And I see you, Nick Chubb, like Nick Chubb ever since he got out of high school. And he went to Georgia. I love any player that go to Georgia. Um, I don't see them beating the Ravens twice. If they do, they should have to shut down Lamar Jackson. That won't be a problem. The Giants, I don't know. I don't know. Who knows what the Giants are going to do this year with Daniel Jones? The Jets, the Jets is the Jets. We don't know what the Jets are going to do. I mean, I just see 7 wins. Maybe they go, I don't know, 3-3 in the division. And then the other 4 games, maybe they beat Oakland. Maybe they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. Maybe they beat the Giants. Maybe they beat the Jets. But I don't see. I mean, I just honestly don't see 10 wins for this Cleveland Browns squad. I mean, it'd be nice for them to do, but I don't see it happening. But looking at this roster right now, like I said, hey, Myles Garrett gonna be back this season, which is very, very huge. I think AJ Green, yes, there's a AJ Green that played cornerback at Oklahoma State. I think he's gonna be excellent on that defense, especially with that young secondary. Um, Austin Hooper was a very, very key thing because they have a Joker already. Now getting another tight end, you know, he very, very good. I mean, Carl Joseph on defense, he gonna be nice too. Jarvis Landry, he never have a letdown season. I mean, having 2 tight ends like with a Joko and Austin Hooper, that gonna be nice. I mean, Baker Mayfield might have 35 touchdowns this season. I'm just saying. But it just depends on his offensive line if they're gonna block Nick Chubb, and then also they got Kareem Hunt. Um, as far as the third running back position go, they still have Hilliard on the roster. I don't think he might make the cut. They do have Brian Heron, who was an undrafted free agent from Georgia. He was very good in college, and a lot of Georgia running backs in recent years have been doing well, and um, he could make the roster. It just depends on how he do in the preseason. People Jones, being under tutelage with Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham, he was very good at Michigan. Like, even though Michigan offense was very inconsistent, Devin People Jones made catches when it count. And being under Landry and Beckham, I think he's gonna do well. I mean, being in Cleveland, I mean, everybody know the history of Cleveland. Cleveland will always they had tremendous squads, especially in the 80s. Losing to those Denver Broncos back-to-back years in the AFC Championship game that hurt, and then the Browns moved to Baltimore, becoming the Ravens. The Ravens have won 2 Lombardi trophies, and then Cleveland came back years later, and this new Cleveland Browns team. I mean, it is what it is. They have updated. I mean, the uniforms is tremendous because a few years ago the Cleveland Browns uniforms were kind of trash. Now I do play with Cleveland a lot on Madden, and one thing I really really like is their alternate uniform. I like the all orange look, orange, brown, whatever color you want to call it. I like it because back 2 3 years ago when I did play franchise, I did play with Cleveland at first. I had a decent squad. Like, we did tremendous. I mean, like, we did a very very good job. I mean, it just Baker. I believe in Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield is gonna have a tremendous year. He just his rookie years was very very good, and he was second in rookie of the year. He lost to um Saquon Barkley, but there's no excuse why Baker Mayfield can't lead Cleveland to 7, maybe 9 wins this season. I mean, he have Odell, he have Landry, he got Joku, Hooper, Chubb, Hunt. And if Brian Heron can make the roster, that's 3 excellent running backs that can catch out the backfield and have breakaway speed. Now his offensive line, they haven't been the same since Joe Thomas retired. Cause Joe Thomas pretty much started every single game for the Browns for almost a decade. I mean, the offensive line can be better. It just depends on how they block. I mean, the AFC North defensive line not that very good, even though the Ravens did add um Calais Campbell out of Jacksonville. I don't think their defense line gonna be good. The Steelers defensive line with Cam Haywood and Duplee and stuff like that. Tuitt is okay. As far as Cincinnati have a very underrated defensive line. They still have Carl Lawson. They still have Geno Atkins. They still have Carlos Dunlap. Um, yeah, I mean, it just that offensive line just had to go well. I mean, if they can protect Baker Mayfield, Cleveland might have a good season. But I only see 7 wins for Cleveland. I mean, getting Austin Hooper was nice. I mean, they could have picked up somebody else. I mean, they could have picked up more, but they didn't. I kind of understand that, but I don't know. Just it is what it is. So, I mean, being a Cleveland fan is hard because you lost your team. You always be in the top 5 every single year in the draft. Cleveland have drafted some terrible quarterbacks over the years before Baker Mayfield. Brandon Weeden, trash. Um, Brady Quinn, trash. Johnny Manziel, trash. Tim Crouch was okay in the beginning years. You know, I mean Baker Mayfield, I can say is have been the only quarterback that have been consistent, and I feel like he can remain the starter in Cleveland for a while, and Nick Chubb going for like a 75-yard touchdown. I mean, if that offensive line can block for Chubb, Chubb might lead the league in rushing. You never know. But I went through the schedule, went through the roster. I mean, Cleveland can win. Cleveland just have to do well. I mean, they do have a new coach. I mean, their general manager, I believe, is still the same. I think Hazard is still the owner. I think he's the owner, or he works with. Um, I think he also like the owner of Tennessee. Yeah, I forgot what his job title is. I may look it up later, but he also worked with the Tennessee Volunteers. They have made so many changes in the front office and the head coach. You know, Cleveland just have to have a balanced coaching thing, and I believe that been the problem why Cleveland have been doing so well, because they've been firing so many coaches, and coaches having three less season. Like, just keep a coach around. Like, I don't know, like the Patriots have Bill Belichick have been there for almost 21 years. Mike Tomlin is like the second leading coach in the NFL that been there for a while. You can also say Pete Carroll in Seattle. Um, Mike McCarthy did last a while, but he got fired, and now he the new coach for the Cowboys. I mean, it's Cleveland. Very very difficult. I mean, like LeBron led Cleveland to four straight NBA Finals, and only won one time against the Warriors. And the Cavaliers are back to their losing ways. They changed the uniforms. As far as the Indians were up 3-1 against the Cubs, and the Cubs came back and won. The World Series for the first time in like 102 years, which is crazy because I thought that would never happen. Ooh, that was a nice move by that Raiders user. But Cleveland just have to play well, and they can do well. I mean, they have the roster, they have the players. They have the new coach, GM, or whatever. They just have to win games. And if in order to Cleveland to win games, they just have to play. I mean, the Ravens are beatable. If you can contain Lamar Jackson and keep that defense on the field, you can beat the Ravens. I mean, who knows what Joe Burrow is going to do with the Bengals? I mean, Bengals roster is still nice, and Joe Burrow is pretty much the most top-rated quarterback to ever come out of college in a while. So, you know, we never know. And with the Steelers, Big Ben is coming back this season. Um, the Steelers with Mike Tomlin, they always going to be competitive. They still have Juju, they still have other things, but now can Cleveland win the division this year? Absolutely, they can. Can they go? Can they get 5 to 6 wins this season? Yeah, they can get 5 to 6 wins this season. It just depends on how the team goes, cause not one player can just change the team. Now let me rephrase that. It takes a lot for one player to change the team, but it just had to go off of how the team goes. I mean, like half of my family is from Ohio, and some of them are Cleveland Brown fans. And living in Cleveland, it's cold. Winter it harsh. the sports teams haven't been good. LeBron, left, came back, and left again. It's hard living in Cleveland. Now, now, would I live in Cleveland myself? Nah, you got to pay me to live in Cleveland. I like to be, you know, where it's hot, but it's just Cleveland. If Cleveland believe they can win ball games. It's that simple. It's not that hard. I mean, we went over the roster, we went over everything else. Just no, it's just like football season will be on time this year, and Nick Chubb just scored another touchdown. I like running with Nick Chubb. It's like he big, he physical, and he had breakaway speed. Like if you watched him at Georgia, he had the breakaway speed. I don't know why I went for two. Maybe because I was up by 8, and then I want to go up two to make the lead 10. Cause I barely go for fake field goals. To be honest, I haven't looked at this game plan why, so I know I can't even remember if I won or lost this game. To be honest with you, so let me know down in the comments how many wins you think Cleveland gonna win. What Cleveland can do to help their franchise and just help out their culture. Because I believe in Cleveland. They just have to believe in themselves. It's like you put all that effort in to get all these players to establish a winning culture in Cleveland. All you have to do is just win games. It's not that hard. Now, if you, if the next question you're gonna ask me when do I see Cleveland competing for championships, plus they have to win a division. That's one thing. They almost won the division a couple years ago, surprisingly, but the Ravens won. But it is what it is. I mean, like, um, if I if I don't know if Baker Mayfield can become the quarterback they looking for, I see Cleveland going to the Super Bowl in I don't know maybe 8 years. I won't say 3 to 5. It just I mean the Ravens not going that well. Joe Burrow made the Bengals great. Well, we don't know about Joe Burrow yet. He haven't even threw a pass yet in the NFL. And the Steelers they always consistent in winning. They only had 3 coaches in this history. So I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, looking at this game, I don't know why I went for two. Maybe it's a switch. Maybe I thought I can get it. Denzel Ward being on kickoff return is nice. I remember last year when I'm playing with the Cleveland Browns, he had 2 kickoff returns for me. So you know Denzel Ward, he's a very good corner. I mean, for years Cleveland secondary had been so bad, but I think AJ Green, the corner, he might surprise a lot of people this year. Out of Oklahoma State, he wasn't the best corner coming out, but he had the most interesting, backside. I mean, I think he's gonna do well in this defense. So it's tied 23-23. I'm trying to win this game because I don't like losing H2H games because I play so many franchise games so much. And oh, there go Nick Chubb again scoring his third touchdown of the day. I set a high step. I set a high step earlier, maybe at the 10 or the 15, but I'm trying to win this game. So, and we go up, and it's 30-23. It should be 32-23, but that's a different story. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, a lot of people love playing with the Cleveland Browns, especially on franchise, because their team is very, very young and they're easy to build, and you know they can do well. I mean, Just it just depends, how they play. I mean, if the city still believe in Cleveland, I mean, Cleveland can have all the losing season they want, but their fans is still gonna come out and try to support the Browns. Like last I heard, the Browns, season tickets is sold out every home game. Like the dog pound in Cleveland is tremendous. I haven't been up there myself. Like I can remember, maybe I went to Ohio when I was like, I don't know, 6 months old, maybe. But they have a passionate fan base, and Cleveland got all that talent. They can win games. Like I remember there was a movie back a few years ago. Well, I think it was like Draft Day, Draft On. I forgot. I forgot the movie. Maybe I just put it in the title. Well, I think it was Costner. Yeah, Kevin Costner. He played the Cleveland coach, and basically he traded all his draft picks away, um, to get this player, and to get this quarterback and all that stuff. It was really dynamic. It kind of went into how some NFL teams actually draft their players. I've been watching the draft since 2006, so I pretty much have the gist of how teams draft their players and stuff like that. So it was a really good movie, and if you haven't watched the movie, I forgot it have draft day in it, but I can't remember the movie title. I think it was Draft Day. I'm not sure. Not sure, but towards the end of the movie, they didn't get the quarterback. They stick with the quarterback that they had. I think they got this defensive end that was the best in the country at Ohio State. Interesting. The first defense player this year was the defensive end at Ohio State. So, Ohio State have been producing a lot of defensive linemen. Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, Chase Young. I think and everybody's saying Chase Young might be the best defensive lineman to come out of Ohio State. No, because Nick Bosa had a tremendous rookie season. Like with that, with getting in that draft, that took the 49ers to the Super Bowl. But with Cleveland, I don't know. Myles Garrett, I'm so happy Myles Garrett back. You know, that whole situation with Mason Rudolph. I mean, it is what it is. He should have hit Mason Rudolph with a helmet, but I think Myles Garrett gonna have a breakout season because he just so skilled, and he can get around any offensive lineman fast. So I believe in Myles Garrett, and he basically the leader on that defense. I mean, I can't say Denzel Ward is the leader of the defense yet, and we give up a fourth down because I don't know, because we in quarters, and I don't know, that's just kind of bad. But anyway, still up by 7 in this game, and this dude, making some key throws to try to tie it up. So, but the but the but one thing I haven't talked about yet about the Cleveland Browns, they got new uniforms. Now, to me, there was like I don't know 10 teams in the NFL that got new uniforms. I think Cleveland just updated the size of the uniform, maybe to change the pants or anything. But seeing them update the uniform, maybe the names and all that stuff, I didn't really see no difference with it. But seeing from the IG posts of some of the players, I don't know how he got that screen. That was who runs the screen on the goal line? That was interesting. It always interesting playing the H2H games because you see players do the most weirdest things, you know. But I could have called a timeout because apparently calling timeout when they do the extra point make them miss the kick because that happened in one of my franchise games and it actually worked. So it's tied up with 28 seconds left. Denzel Ward is bringing it out. Let's see what we can do. And Denzel Ward, I think he tied on defense. He could have maybe got 20 more yards and stuff. So I don't know. In this situation, normally I try to run the ball because if I have 3 timeouts, I'm gonna run the ball, try to get into field goal range. I don't normally pass. If I do pass in these situations, good. Ooh, if he didn't control that defensive tackle, that could have been 6. Because that's my favorite wildcat formation. But I believe I ran the ball just to get in field goal range. I didn't want to put it in the air for Baker Mayfield. I mean, I could have, it just at the time while we're playing this game, I think it was like late at night. I was kind of tired. I'm trying to remember the last one I played this game, so I don't know. Nick Chubb getting the first down, calling a timeout. So first down at 10, we at the 41. So in this situation, I'm just playing to win the game. There's still 5 minutes left in this video, but at this stage of the video, I'm trying to win the game. Like I said before, I can't remember if I won this game or I lost the game. I don't know. Y'all gotta find out after this play, but no, I don't know why I put in. I don't know why I took out Chubb. Call another timeout with 7 seconds left, second and 10. Then when I stopped doing pass, I go into monster formation because it mess with the AI, and you always get a wide receiver open. So let's see Odell or Jarvis Landry can get open. And playing deep, that's smart. Have no timeouts yet left. So Baker Mayfield gonna throw. He gonna throw it deep, and Odell Beckham caught the ball at the 4, but I didn't have no timeouts left. Like if I would have did that play earlier and got at the 4, I could have just kicked the field goal. But Raiders, he gonna receive the toss in overtime. Like I barely lose overtime games. If I do, I mean, I have a lot of overtime wins this season because, if I get the ball first, I'm automatically going to go down and score. But sometimes when the opposing person get the ball first, for some strange reason, I just can't stop nobody in overtime. And I keep getting this not the NCAA, the college football, because, overtime NFL, first team that score wins. We also play in ties in regular season, postseason, you play it till you have a win them. So he coming out in the I formation. Yeah, for wide receiver on the left hand side. I think he ran with Brandon Jacobs on display. So let's find out what he did. And he did run with Brandon Jacobs, and Brandon Jacobs break off a tackle and gain about 8 to 9 yards. As you can see, Brandon Jacobs had almost like 19 to 18 carries, almost 200 yards by himself. He got 1 touchdown. So like I said previously, comment below on how many wins you think Cleveland gonna get this season. Cause it's hard being a Cleveland fan. I'm personally not one, but I believe in Cleveland. Like I said in previous videos, I believe in teams that want to be successful. I don't want Cleveland to get another coach because that's the problem right now. Because changing coaches every single season, you don't have a consistent foundation. And Waller is one of the most underrated tight ends in the league. But his quarterback Derek Carr just so bad. I'm sorry, just I don't like Derek Carr being a quarterback. I don't know, he just let me down. But me playing on defense right now, I'm letting myself down because I'm like, okay, I'm in overtime. I'm trying to win this game. I'm doing this 32 team challenge. I'm playing with the Browns, and like, I'm not gonna lose with the Browns. I mean, I don't know that play. I don't know what happened. Like a glitch, something, and made my players came all the way up. I didn't mean that to happen. It been happening a lot in Madden 20. You know, Madden 21 ain't gonna get revealed in less than. Actually, it's gonna be revealed tomorrow. So I might do a Madden 21 video depending on my work schedule tomorrow. Cause I do go to work tomorrow, so who knows? Let's see, third and 11, and he threw the ball to Richard, the backup running back. Just, I don't know. He just got so open, like, why? It's like, trying to win this game and stuff, but, you know, like I said previous, again, comment below to see if how many wins Cleveland gonna get. What can Cleveland do to become one of the new winning franchises and stuff like that? And just what's your opinion about the season? Is Baker Mayfield gonna lead them to the promised land, or will Baker Mayfield be out in less than 2 to 3 seasons? Let me know in the comments below. But thank you for watching my Madden 32 team view of the Cleveland Browns. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.